Okay. I think we're good to go, actually. What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna mute the music just 1 second. I gotta test the audio here. Let's see if this thing is working. Okay. I think everything's fine here. Let me just re-enable the audio here. Hey Angel, how you doing? We're gonna keep testing, keep designing. It's gonna be a fine day today. Good, that's good to hear. For me, it's been a very boring day, actually. Not much to say. Just pretty much did nothing, waiting for the time to stream. It's been pretty uneventful day. Okay, let me just load things correctly here. Okay, so first things first, I managed to fix a very annoying bug that most of my mods had. So if you wanted to try like one of my custom villainous mods and you kept getting a bunch of errors, now it's the time to actually play them. Okay, so apparently I've been having like a bug for a few months that was an error with one of the items that I had saved, which for some reason added a null script to everything that was on the same scene as the object that I have saved. I think it was a power token, but I'm not sure because I had the same issue with a chess piece that I saved incorrectly a few weeks before that. But I managed to fix that. If you ever have like a bug that makes everything in a workshop mod load only null values for some reason, that's the issue. You can just Google it. It took me like a few minutes to get, but shouldn't be that difficult to find. Just copy and paste the error that you get and you should be golden there. Okay, let's jump right into it, I guess. Okay, let me just change the scene here. Everything looks good. No, wait. There it is. Okay. So, last time we had the fabrication machine pretty much done. Here it is in all its glory. Let's see, let's get some notable cars here. Okay, so the allies were not that difficult to fix, actually. I realized that I was going way overboard with the activation ability, so I got rid of most of them, namely Cat Beast and Seeker, and let Seamstress and Winged Beast have them just to like be a little bit more thematic. Winged Beast being able to fly and now being able to move to any location. And Seamstress can defeat a hero pretty easily. You just gotta pay 1 power. And that should put it on the same level as Chase, which also lets you defeat a hero, but you end your turn immediately. So, just to recap the fabrication machine a little bit, you're supposed to play Detect to get heroes from your Fate deck, and if you don't, you can still pay its cost once more to repeat the effect. And the gameplay loop was basically move to the factory, play Detect, and play some heroes. You have this one and this one. Play them to the factory here. And activate the talisman with the pain power. And that way you can absorb the souls of heroes. And absorb 9 and you win the game. It's there. And so the gameplay loop was... I really liked it. I'm sure that it could be better, and that's why we're here today. But on the base of it was pretty solid, I feel like. The one thing that I didn't like is that when you get all the heroes at the factory, there was no reason to like keep playing allies, because there was no way to get them out of the factory. So I made a card to get them out of the factory, which is Out of Grasp. It only works when you're close to ending the game, because moving heroes outside of the factory before you're close to winning was way too broken. It was way better than playing any hero or playing any other effect. So I had to limit it to just having 6 or more heroes in the Absorb Souls pile. It was pretty... I'm gonna be honest, it was like... it was just a compromise between the design of the Fate cards and the design of the played heroes. And I'm not happy with it. So I'm gonna try and find another way to stop the what's it called? The endgame? Is there an equivalent to Hakuna Matata? Yes, Out of Grasp is an equivalent of Hakuna Matata. And there's only one in the deck though, because when you play heroes, you eventually take cards out of the Fate deck, which leaves you with... You have 9 heroes, so you will have 6 effects to play with, as the opponent, obviously. So if you have only one card that stops your win con, that's still like half the deck. So there's more chances to get it than Hakuna Matata or something. For those that don't know what Hakuna Matata is, Scar has a card that stops you from winning the game by taking out the captured heroes, and that's Hakuna Matata. And the point of it is that you are supposed to like have a pretty direct way to influence the win con of the villain. And that's what I'm trying to find a balance for, because still taking heroes out of the factory is a good thing, don't get me wrong, but it limits the way that I had to design the other cards. For example, I had another card outside of Fire. This is the most common Fate card now because it's pretty irrelevant. It's pretty irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. It just screws up the whatever game plan the Fabrication Machine has, but not by that much. Explosive Barrel is tougher to counter because you wanna play heroes if you have heroes. You wanna play allies if you have heroes on your realm in locations other than the factory. But if you're playing at the factory, this card becomes useless. It's like useful only if your opponent has already played heroes. And not only that, those heroes have to be outside of the factory. So it doesn't stop your win condition, and it barely like stops you if you're on a roll it only stops you if you're already losing, because having heroes outside of the factory is how you keep losing. And you need allies to get heroes back into the factory by vanquishing them. And it's like a screw you card, like an anti-snowball card, if you can call it that. And it's okay. I'm not sure if there should be 2 on the deck. 2 feels fine, but not as useful as you might think. So I have a notepad here, and we have to write some problems. Okay, fate cards, not cars, cards. Okay, we have negligible. Is that how you write it? Underpowered effects. We have inconsistent wing con stoppers, and we have the heroes, right? The heroes. Okay, let me change the music. This is way too relaxing. I'm gonna put the other playlist. Yeah, this is more my jam. Okay. We have negligible. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Okay. Heroes. We have number heroes. We have well, everything here is number heroes, now that I think about it. Okay. Let me just take a second to order some stuff. Okay, so after the playtest, the heroes were very good. They were on a place there that I liked them, except for some. 3 and 4 have to be a couple, but they're very, how do you say it? Snowball again. It's always a problem with snowballs with Fabrication Machine. Either your opponent can... Oh, excuse me. Okay, so either your opponent can snowball by playing a lot of fates and being way more annoying than accumulating fates should be, or you can just play 3 and 4 and snowball your own game plan by playing the same multiple heroes with just one detect, which was the idea, don't get me wrong, but it's not really what I had in mind. I thought that it was gonna just accelerate the game plan, but it ended up having more drawbacks than what I intended. So 3 and 4 might need to change. They probably will. Wait. Oh, come on. Okay, that's weird. Okay. 2. 2's effect is very good, but not at the strength that it is. So not being able to move allies is quite annoying, but because it only has 1 strength, anything kills it. You just breathe in its direction and 2 dies. So I have to change its strength. Because its ability is only worth it if there's already other heroes that you want to interrupt and you are not playing your allies at their location. So 2 is 2 ability is fine, but it has to be with a hero of another type of strength. in that hero, I feel like should be 6. As I predicted on my last stream, 6 strength is too high for its ability. Playing with the Hind rebuild, it's very tough, especially with the amount of time that 6 stays in your realm. It's not good to like have a hero with that gives your opponent information by such an amount of time. 6 usually stays in the realm way longer. I don't know why, but I have the bad luck that 6 always is drawn by the opponents. And I realized that now that that happened, 6 is way too strong at 3 strength. It has to be lower. What else? Okay, so the plan here is to invert 2 and 6 strength. I feel like I'm gonna be breaking the sequence of going from 1 to 4 strength sequentially, but I think it's worth it for balance sake at least. It doesn't make sense lore-wise, but I want to prioritize gameplay, because 2 is supposed to be one of the oldest ones, so one of the weaker ones, but its ability is way too useful for 6 to have, and vice versa. So I will swap either their strength or their abilities, because because of that. Everyone else, pretty good. 5, I had to nerf them. Not being able to play allies on its location was too strong on its own, because if 5 it's the last hero on the realm when you have to like capture all of the heroes, was very powerful, more powerful than I predicted. Because if you cannot play allies to its location, you basically cannot vanquish him, because you'll have to at 3 strength you'll have to move like on average 2 allies to its location. So moving and then vanquishing, it's just too many actions to get rid of 5. Unless you already have some defense in your realm, which is quite uncommon for the Fabrication Machine. So I had to like put the restriction of having only 6 or less heroes in the souls pile. It was very difficult to play against 5 or otherwise, but pretty good anyway, with the restriction in mind. 1, pretty good. It does what it's supposed to do, which is basically move 9. 1 has no other role than to move 9. It's like a filler hero, I'm gonna admit to that, but it's pretty good at what it does. 7, 3 strength is very fair for 7. Having resistances to like your most powerful allies, and being able to remove an ally from the game is very powerful. So being originally 7 had a strength of 4, which was way too much for its ability. So 3 is perfect. 8 and 9 stop you from winning. They grind the gears of the Fabrication Machine and put a stop on the win con very drastically, but they're pretty good. 9 doesn't let you capture heroes basically until he's defeated once, so if 9 by itself is kinda useless, but by defending other heroes is how you're supposed to use them, and I'm happy with that, because it still has some pretty nice defense if you play him on its own, but if you pair it with someone else, it's pretty good. 8, the same as 9, it stops you from winning the game on a different way, which is that you have to focus 8 after defeating him once instead of before, like 9. So it's like an alternative 9, and these two being at 4 strength was pretty much where I need them to be. No need for a 5 strength hero on this deck, fortunately. So yeah, the heroes are pretty good overall. I gotta rethink 3 and 4 and swap 2 and 6's roll, because I don't think I want to swap their stats, even though it'd be very convenient. I think I just want to like swap their roles on the game. That'd be way better. Okay, now we have everything we need except for the realm. The realm was another thing that I wanted to change, because the gimmick of only being able to play on one location, having play a card actions on one location, was pretty rough. Especially since you earn power in pretty useless locations. It was a nice gimmick. I thought it could be like way better if I included cards like, well, actually just one card with 2 copies, which is resources. Resources lets you play cards from outside the factory, but it ended up being way too unreliable. I didn't like it after testing this. It was pretty unfun, I'm gonna be honest. Not what I expected. I thought that if you had to like come back to the factory every time you wanted to play a card, it would make it pretty good. But as I said, the Fabrication Machine is too snowbally as it is on both directions. So if you get no heroes covering the top actions at other locations, you have way too much, well, actually not way too much power, but just slightly above the strength that I wanted the Fab Mech to have. And if you have them all covered, you're useless. There's no coming back from that. Even if you have the gain 3 power action up here unlocked, it's not fun at all. No way to come back, and yeah, that's basically it. So I thought that maybe I could move the factory to the other side of the realm, like flip the entire realm, like this. And obviously the talisman goes to the factory also. And oh, excuse me again. It's pretty cold today. Okay. So I thought that this might be useful, but I'm gonna try something different. Okay, here's what I'm going to try. The Fabrication Machine wants to have the 3 power on the factory. That's an obviously way to go. And the talisman has to be at the location of the Fabrication Machine, but that would be way too powerful, so on the factory it goes. Also because it has the gain 3 power action, it's recommendable that that location also has the double play a card action on it, because if you gain a lot of power, you'll obviously want to play a lot of cards that same turn. It's just a recommendation. Well, actually, it's not just a recommendation, it's how most people design their realms, because it's like an obvious way to make the gameplay of Villainous make sense. If you earn a lot of power, you are sure going to want to spend it, and if you don't have like a location that justifies either playing a lot of cards or gaining a lot of power to make that happen, it feels pretty underwhelming. So we're gonna go with all the same 4 stuff. But I want to have another bottom play card action. So I put it on the Cathedral. Why? 2 reasons. First, I wanted to have like one of the other actions. Keep in mind, this is how the realm looked like before. So we have Vanquish, move action, or discard action to replace. The Vanquish action, if we moved one, we couldn't move it to the top of the realm because that's where like optional actions go, where things that are going to help you but not define your game plan are supposed to go. So moving any of these to the top of the realm is a no-go. Then moving the Fate action is useless because at least one Fate action has to be on top. There has to be a blockable Fate action, otherwise the gameplay is it becomes like, doesn't become villainous in my opinion, because you have to have a way to stop your opponent and a way from your opponent to counter that. So having one on the top and the bottom is like one of the 10 commandments of villainous in my opinion. You're not playing villainous, at least Disney Villainous, if you don't have this layout. So moving the Fate is useless, and moving the discard pairs pretty well with the Vanquish action actually, because if you have a covered top location, you want to move to the apartment to stop the opponent, but if you have to play a card, advancing your game state, it might be useless. Because just playing one card might not change anything. Gaining power, it's pretty underwhelming if you don't also play a card. And moving, it's just a sure way to make this location useless. Because if you're behind and you want to stop your opponent, moving an ally, it's not gonna help you. There are some like niche villains where you want to move as much as possible, but usually you want to like move to correct some mistakes or defend against like unexpected offense by your opponent. And by offense I mean obviously playing Fate cards to your realm. So pairing the Fate action with the move action is not my jam. So with the discard it goes. Vanquish action, similar to the move action you wanna use when you try to like advance your game plan. But having a Vanquish action the same location as a Fate action, it's still pretty underwhelming because you usually wanna do one or the other. It's very rare when you have this setup to kill a hero and do nothing else. So pairing those two is not what I intend to do with this villain. So the apartment stays the same. So that leaves us with the Vanquish action, the move action, and the power actions. Okay, so the factory is gonna stay with the 3 power, gain 3 power. So neither of these can go to the top of the realm, because the factory is supposed to have the 3 gain power on top. If I put it on the bottom, I'd have to put some of these at the top, which would leave the Fabrication Machine with an awful, very bad first move if they cover one of your gain power actions, because you will either move to a location with no power action and play a card, or move to a location with gain power but not play a card. So you basically lose your first turn because you want to play cards on your first turn obviously. So one or both of these have to stay on the bottom. and getting two power on the bottom is way too underwhelming, so probably both will stay here. The other one is irrelevant, basically. It's gonna be a realm filler, nothing more to say there. Okay, so that leaves us with Vanquish and Move action. Vanquish action, the same place at the factory, could be good. It couldn't be that relevant if there are no heroes outside of the factory, but if there are heroes outside of the factory, it would mean that if you vanquish them, you can immediately activate the talisman and capture them. So your opponent has a very poor offense in that case, because you can just make any hero they play irrelevant the same turn that you try to vanquish them, that you try to like defend against them. So your opponent has no idea if you like have an immediate response. It's like a hand trap. You're just waiting for your opponent to play it. There's not much interaction in that play. It's just, do you have the counter in your hand? Yes, then you win, basically. So that just leaves us with the move action, and it seems like it's gonna be the way to go. So let's analyze it. If we have a move action here, we are obviously gonna put it at the bottom because we already have a top move action. So it would replace one of these play card actions. So, what would that mean for the gameplay? It would mean that you can only play one detect if your heroes are covering your location. And that's pretty good in my opinion. It would slow down your gameplay a lot if you're trying to like get rid of things at the factory that you like vanquish from the trenches or forgot to absorb the other turns, or if you played the talisman at other locations, which means that you'll have to like get here with more power to spend before you can earn more power at this location. And that's pretty good. That's how I intended to like design the fabrication machine at first, if you wanted to be ballsy and cover the factory. Because if you have 0 power before moving to the factory, you cannot capture heroes if there are heroes covering it. So just playing one detect means that you cannot stack more than like one hero, or if you stack 2 you cannot capture them all, because it's gonna be pretty unlikely that you get here with 5 power. It's gonna be like, okay, with 5 power, because you can play detect twice. So if there's a hero covering it, you play detect twice, spend 2, and you have 3 power to immediately capture these heroes. And capturing 3 heroes can be possible, but it has to be unlikely. So having 1 detect, it's pretty good. So that means that having no play 2 cards action, it's the way to go actually. But again, that means that winning 3 power at this location is pretty useless, because you'd only be able to play 1 card. You might not even be able to use all 4 actions, because the talisman requires to have a hero to activate, and you need to have allies at unoptimal locations to move. So maybe I can put the second play a card action at the top, and that leaves us with the same result as only being able to play 1 detect. But if you unlock the factory that turn, you can still keep going with your game plan. You might even be able to play another detect, but because you already activated, it's gonna be pretty useless. And that's, again, pretty good. Not because you're useless, because playing another detect is useless, I mean. It's not what I want for the gameplay. not what I expected the gameplay to become, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much centered. Okay, so that leaves us with this factory. And we can put another play a card action below the cathedral. Now, I could put another type of action. I could let it as a move action, but having two bottom move actions is gonna be pretty useless, I'm gonna be real. Even with only heroes in your realm, you're never gonna wanna, like, move these many allies, unless you have, like, all your strongest allies on the discard pile, and you're gonna, like, play... where is it? 5, which blocks the allies from moving to his location. So let's say you have like 3 spiders. Where are they? Give me 1, 2. No, that's not a spider. Damn it. Their thumbnails are pretty similar. Okay, so having 3 spiders here and 2 bottom move actions would be pretty good, but again, 5 is supposed to punish that, so having the move action at the trenches was like the way to combat 5, I mean. So having 2 bottom move actions is pretty much useless. Having another wind power action, that's also useless. I think that the Fabrication Machine's power economy is pretty well balanced. You have to like win a lot of power, but you don't need to do that with your realm. Going to the factory is the way to go, that if you want to do that, and if not, you have cards like Produce, which lets you gain power by other means. Produce is very overpowered, guys. I didn't think that the gameplay would come down to using a lot of Produce, and it's pretty like interesting that way. So we cannot move a card, we cannot put gain power. Can we put Vanquish? No, we already have a bottom Vanquish action, and if we move that to the top, having 2 Vanquish actions would make the gameplay pretty easy to defend, because if your opponents place heroes outside of the factory, having 2 Vanquish actions just moves them to the factory immediately. There's basically no counterplay to that, so that would be way too powerful, and I don't need any more discard actions. So that means play a card it is. Now, we don't have enough power here to play both cards. We only have 1 power. So that means that you have to like earn a little bit of power coming outside of the factory to move to the cathedral. And that's pretty common too. I find out that after activating the talisman at the factory, you will usually earn the 3 power and play a card afterwards, but you will be with like 1, maybe 2 power left over, and that's perfect way to move to the cathedral later. And so the cathedral is buffed, and even though the factory gained an action, it isn't actually buffed by any means. It just I guess it's a side grade. It's another focus for the design. So we have our new realm. Now, the realm is pretty much fine now. Realm improved. Okay, let me delete this. So these are the problems that I'm facing now. What else? Can we upgrade the deck in any way? Allies, maybe? I don't think so. We already have pretty iconic allies that do their job pretty well. after testing, I realized that the activate actions of the Winged Beast and the... Where is it? Did I put it on the deck? Where is it? Where is it? It's not here? Do you guys see the seamstress? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, the activate action of these guys. I thought that having only 2 activate actions outside of the talisman here was gonna be useless, but not so. The Winged Beast is perfect because when you return it to the factory, you will eventually want to get it out of the factory to keep defending, and replacing the talisman for a move action is pretty much what I had in mind. Though, now that I have a move action at the factory, I might have... I could change it. I don't think I will, though. Because activating at any point without activating the talisman is pretty punishing. So if you move the Winged Beast, you will likely not wanna move another ally. It's gonna be like... actually that might be a problem. I never thought of it that way. Okay, Winged Beast, we might need with the new realm. Okay, let's write it. Okay, Winged Beast. Change activate question mark? Because new realm, I guess. Realms factory actions. Move actions. Okay. We might need to change Winged Beast. Although, we might not. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, Seamstress is perfect. No changes here needed. Activating to defeat a hero, it's like way more punishing than it looks like, because 1, you're paying 1 power extra, and 2, you it has to be at her location. Its location? I don't know. So, for example, against heroes like 5, it's gonna take way... It's gonna be like a pretty good counter, but 5 still can defend itself because of its ability. So it's not gonna be like... It's perfectly balanced, that's what I'm getting at. You can like kill 9 on 1 turn. I mean, not 9, 8. Where is 8? There it is. You can kill 8 in one turn, but 1 is thematic because of the thingy. Because of the movie. If you haven't seen it, like, the Seamstress defeats 8. And spoilers, I guess. And Knight can defend itself against the Seamstress, can defend himself. So not being able to activate allies is perfect to like... It's pretty good. That's what I'm getting at. So Seamstress, no notes. Seeker, perfectly underpowered, as I liked. The Spiders, perfect for what they are. And Cat Beast, perfect for what it is. I thought that I could make it more thematic, but given that it does revive the allies when each dies, at least by accident, it's like thematic enough, you know? Also, the strength and cost is perfect. Being better Spider-Bot is exactly where it needs to be, because Spider-Bot can stack a lot of strength, but Catbeast can use B to like resourcefully. So this is pretty perfect. Okay. Produce. Now, should I change produce? This card defined the Fabrication Machine's testing. You wanna have like 18 power to win, because you're gonna need to play heroes by paying 1 power, and you're gonna, for each hero, and you're gonna wanna like activate the talisman for 1 power, which with 9 heroes, that's 9 times 2, 18 power. That's way too much. And having a card that earns 2 power is how I try to mitigate that. The problem is, it became defining. You wanted to use every card that could play produce to play produce and nothing else. Cards like Desecrate, which gets an effect from your discard pile, was very much just a play produce card. Even if you have to pay 1 power, thus giving you just 1 power for produce, this is the play produce card. And I didn't like that. You also... Oh, I'm so gassy today, I'm sorry. Damn. Okay, you also have Fabricate, which you wanted to play for at least 1 produce. It gives you like a card from your deck, so if you played it on a produce, you have a card on your discard pile that you want to use Desecrate with. So Fabricate into produce into Desecrate for another produce, it's like the most common combo for these 3 cards, and I don't like that. These cards were supposed to be versatile, not optimally just on produce, so I'm thinking that I'm have to change produce some way. Effects, produce, not too powerful but too important. So how do we fix that though? We are gonna find out soon. Next up, we changed the realm, and now you can play cards at 2 bottom locations. One's pretty weak, to be honest, especially if they cover the top fate action, and the other one you might not even get to play anything at, because heroes can cover the top fates, the top gain power actions. So that means two things. Produce is gonna be still way too powerful, because you're gonna like use produce every time you get those power that you need to keep playing cards. And second, having an item that lets you play cards outside of the factory is useless now. And that's what resources used to do. Well, it still does, but I'm gonna change it. Resources, item, resources, reworks, reworking, reworked? I don't know. Resources gonna need a rework. Okay. And I don't know. What else? I don't know. I actually don't know. I think that's it. We already discussed pretty much everything. So now, on towards the changes. Also, the other cards are fine. Everything that I want them to be. Salvage it's okay. You never want to like play more than one, but having two on their deck, it's where I want it to be, because having only one is too rare, and I need more odds to play salvage, even if you just want to play one. I could nerf it and make the other one more stronger because of that. Okay, I'm gonna change the music. Okay, I already explained the other day why I don't want to like have Coconut Mall on this stream. But if you miss that, it's way too energetic for this. You want something up, fun, but not distracting. Okay, so salvage is fine. Could be nerfed. I don't think it needs to be. The texts are fine, are perfectly where they need to be. There's a great... I already explained the thing with Produce, Spider Bots, I already explained them, Seeker, I already explained them. That's all the cards. So the Fabrication Machine, it's gonna change. Now, I think the priorities are, now that I changed the realm, focus on the heroes. Because the cards are mostly fine, as I said. The only one that needs changing ASAP is resources. And maybe Wing Beast? I don't think so though. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you myself. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep streaming. Okay. Okay, so we have to change some stuff. Where do we start, guys? What do you think? I'm gonna start with the realm. Well, I already changed it. I prepared this before the stream, but just gonna... I even already exported the image, so it's just import and playtest. So let's change the cards. First, Produce. Let's go here. I have a lot of files to save this stuff. Let me just go to exports so you guys can see the cards if you wanna. Okay, we need to change resources first. Gain 2 power could be good. Having another card that gives you power outside of Fabricate might be what we need, especially because Fabricate is not enough. It's gonna be even more defining. If we take away your resources ability to give you power, you're just gonna play Fabricate and nothing else. You're basically like searching for one card in your deck and ignoring everything else. I don't want that, so resources, I'm gonna have to give you power. Some way. Oh, damn it. Not what I wanted to do. There, shift. Okay. Resources. Needs to give power. What can we do with resources? It can't be just an effect. It has to like have a importance. I think maybe it could be if you are at this location, gain more power. This location gain power, maybe. But that way you can play it at the factory, and I don't like that. I don't like that. How about... Let's see here. If you are at this location... Okay, let me just move my keyboard a little bit. If you are at this location... Okay, could be another way to word this. When you... Then? No, when. When. Oh, damn it. Okay, I have a box inside, in front of my keyboard, if you're asking why I write so slow. It holds my microphone, so I have to like put myself on like a scorpion position to reach my keyboard. It's very annoying, but what you gonna do? Okay, when you gain power at this location, gain 1 additional power. So what that would mean is that you'd have to like earn power. So you cannot like move to the factory and immediately gain power if there are heroes blocking your path, which is what I want. And it combos pretty well with produce. The problem is that you basically just wanna play it on the factory, on the cathedral, and maybe the trenches. Also, it means that you're gonna gain a lot of power. Like a lot. It cannot be simplified though. It cannot be just gain 1 power at this location. No. Because that gives you too many options at the factory. Remember, if the top part is covered, you want the player to like not be able to like play detect optimally at the bottom. So winning power at the factory is a no-go. We cannot like let the player do that. So it could be this. But that's too much power though. I like that you win just 1 power with resources. It could be 2 power. It would be way too powerful in my opinion. Detect is it's enough, I believe. Getting 1 power is what I want out of resources. But that would mean gaining just 1. Huh. Okay, so resources has to be an item. That's a given. I need more items on this deck. Resources is gonna be the only one. I know that you can design a deck without items. I don't like that. I like having like at least a card from each type in each of the 4 types, basic types in the deck. That way you have more interactions with conditions. There's like I like having how do you say it? A lot of interactions with conditions. I like to design that way my villains. I don't like that many villains that have no allies. For example, there's a few like what's his name? What's his name from Happy Tree Friends? Flippy? Was it Flippy? Quippy? Quiffly? No. Piffly? Pee-pee? Pee-pee? No, I meant... God damn it. Okay. I have it here. I don't know why I'm trying to guess. Where is it? Flippy, that's it. Flippy has no allies. I usually don't like that. Flip is the exception. It's pretty well made. There's some other exceptions, but I really like having at least one of each. Now, I'm willing to admit that it's not the correct way to design a lot of villains. For example, Matt from Wii Sports has a pretty useless condition. You're never gonna use that. I see no reason to do so, and I would like to rework that at some point. But so far, I feel like if I can design a villain around all of the like cards, it's gonna be like excellent, in my opinion, at least. Okay, let's change the music. Okay, where is it? Okay, speaking of Wii Sports. Okay. So, what's next? Okay, I'm kinda dizzy. I've been talking too much. Let me hydrate. Always have my bottle of water here. You know, I'm still not used to talking this much. It's pretty exhausting. My throat the other way was pretty tired. I didn't like it. Also, I had quite the exhausting headache, and I don't know why. It was pretty confusing to me. I guess speaking this much does cause something in your brain. I don't know, in your head. Maybe it's because of the headphones. Because I have like that dizziness that makes your head reverb on like if you're covering your ears and you're trying to speak. It's like that type of vibration. So getting used to this was pretty like new to me, I guess you could say that. Let's hope that I can just get used to it, because otherwise I couldn't be doing this. I don't know how big streamers do it for like hours on end, but I guess I have to get good with this, maybe. Okay, let's get back to business. Okay, I don't like this, now that I think about it, because you can, 1, earn too much power, and 2, still earn too much power. Okay, that's my main gripe with this. I want the villain, I want the player to be able to gain just 1 power with each resources, or gain very little power. So I have to put like some sort of condition to like gain your stuff with the resources. What about gain 1 power when you play a card if you are at this location when you play a card. And that would mean that you're still gain power when you're at the factory. And you want, because it's just when you play a card, you're just gonna wanna play it at the factory and the cathedral. I don't know. This doesn't work. I feel like it's not gonna work. ASD. Last. Okay. What else? What else could it be? Gain 1 power. Could it be move an ally? That means that you will play it only at the factory and at the trenches? That's dumb. What if you, like... If you could, like, gain power when you discard a card. Because you're gaining resources. That's, like, the joke of the card. No, not joke, like the point of the card. It's supposed to be resources. Where is it? Resources. Okay. What do all of these have in common? Okay. There can be a hero at the top. They all are gonna have play a card actions, just some of them can be covered. And that's about it. You play cards from every location. You can, like, gain power at every location also. You could give it something similar to Produce, which is you gain power and you may discard a card, I guess. It could do that, actually. Yeah, that might not be bad, actually. Okay, let's see here. If you are at 8 at this location, location, you may discard resources and a card from your hand. Yes, it could be that. Although for 1 power, it's pretty underwhelming. How about drawing cards? That could be useful. You're at this location, you may discard resources. You may discard resources. Then draw 2 cards and gain 2 power. That'd be draw 2 cards and gain 1 power, basically. Doesn't sound too bad. It's kind of like Criminal Mind. Like the 0 card, draw 2 or gain 2, just a little bit better. For 1 power, I wouldn't say it's that bad. Although you can just play resources at your location and immediately use it. Doesn't justify that it's an item like that way. It's more useful as an effect if you do that. What to do? Actually, this is worse than... No, it's not worse. It's about the same as Criminal Mind here. It's kind of like a side read, which is the point. It's pretty weird. A lot of brainstorming here. Okay. Resources needs to give power. I think this is fine. I could give it the same restriction that the current resources has, that you can only play to an location other than yours. Although the point of this is it was that you get to like future-proof yourself by being able to play cards at other locations. It's like a store play a card action. Not that. Okay, I was going for that. Could you give it like a... If you haven't played this card this turn, that way you have to like prepare resources. But just to draw cards is pretty useless, actually. Yeah, it's pretty useless. Has to do something else that has to do with location. I could give it like a pseudo fabricate effect that you may draw any card from your deck to your hand. That doesn't sound too bad. Can make sense. Kinda like the antithesis of produce, because produce lets you like get rid of cards and resources lets you earn cards. Makes sense. But again, you just want to do that at your location. What's the point? It has to be a permanent effect, I feel like. It could be just gain 1 power. It could be just that. The problem is that you can play it at the factory and the whole game plan crumbles. The whole gameplay crumbles. And I don't wanna like give it a hard... Can't play this at the factory effect. It's not what I want, and not what I'm aiming for, because the point of an item is that you can play it anywhere. You guys have any suggestions? Looking for suggestions here. Resources is supposed to gain you power, but... Okay, you know what I like to do on these... On times like these? We go looking for references. Okay, who else? Maleficent, let's see... My computer is lagging because fandom sucks. Don't use fandom, guys. I beg you. Such a bad website. It lags for no reason. It's way more unsafe than other forums. Fandom sucks. I mean, it's convenient, I'll give you that. But... the more I use it, the more I hate it. The more I dislike it. Okay. So, Hook has 8 items. That's a lot. We have Cannon, which is Vanquish. Not gonna use that. Cutlass, gain Strength. Could we give allies gain Strength? Spider bots gain Strength by themselves, basically. Seamstress doesn't need to gain Strength. Neither does Winged Beast. They have too much. I mean, Seamstress doesn't have has average, but you can just kill a hero. Cat Beast could use it, and Seeker really could use it, but that's less than half. That's way less than half. That's just 3 cards. That's just these 3. And because we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 allies in total, you're most likely gonna whiff playing an item that attaches to an ally. Because with 8 allies, having a card that attaches to one of them is a detriment for your deck ratio. So that's gonna be a no-go. We're gonna have a Cutlass type card. See? Attach it to an ally. We don't need that. We don't want that, actually. Okay. Gains 1 power. This is what I should be using, but I don't want to gain power at the factory. Not at an always available rate, so I could give it if there's no heroes at this location. That way you're just gonna want to play it at the factory. It's like the inverse problem, because you can get rid of the heroes at the factory very easily, and your opponent is not gonna want to play heroes at the factory, so you just play it at the factory. You're just gonna want to play resources at the factory. Bad. Can't be this. It has to have a restriction if we are going for that. Neverland Neverland map. When you play an item, you may discard Neverland map instead of paying the item's cost. Reducing the cost of a card. Now that sounds nice. How are our costs looking? 2 costs. 1 cost, 2 cost, 1 cost. And most of our cards have 1 cost. Okay, let me just zoom this so you guys can see it better. Is that better? I mean, it's obviously better, but better for you, I mean. Because we cannot see the... Okay, I'm gonna stretch this. That's better. Okay. Let's see here. Cat Beast. I mean, I cannot change the costs. Otherwise, the gain power actions become useless. Especially since you need to gain 18 power. Ah, god damn it. Okay, Fabricate becomes... would need to be buffed, actually. If I buff any other costs. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna go for that. Reducing our card's cost. You're gonna use it on Chase, on Seamstress, or on Winged Beast. That's just 3 cards. Useless. Useless. Can't be Neverland map. God damn, that's oddly tough to say. Can't be the map. If we reduce the cost of any card that we play, though, That would mean that you could play Detect for 0 power, so no. We don't go for that. Okay, can't be this. Jafar. We have the Scarab Pendant, the most iconic card, in my opinion. You could argue it's the lamp, but the Scarab is like the base of Jafar's gameplay, in my opinion. So, do we need to draw cards? No. We already have a hand control with Produce, because it lets us discard cards. And we already have a pretty nice discard card location, so I don't think that we need to draw cards, especially since our deck is already like pre-balanced around deck control. We have a lot of search for cards, play these cards, return cards. We don't need a Scarab Pendant. The Magic Lamp. If we play heroes with an item, the deck becomes useless. We can't use this. I mean, if we could, but we would need to remove some detects, and that means that we could play heroes for free. That's bad. Or also, we could give it the activation action, but that would remove the ability to like find heroes and discard them at the same turn. So it would make anything but Produce, but Detect useless, so we cannot use a Magic Lamp either. Giant Hourglass, we don't need to change the strength of heroes. We're pretty balanced with the strength of our decks, so we don't need to change that. No go. And Scimitar, the same as the other one. We don't need that. Okay, next one. Whoa! Okay. Okay, let's see. Maleficent. What do we have here? We have the staff. The cost to play an effect or curse is reduced by 1 power. Now this is useful. However, as we said, it lets us play Detect at the factory for free, which is not what we want. Not what we want at all. What if we make it a combo with finding cards from your deck? So we go resources, reduces the cost of Desecrate and Fabricate from your hand, makes them cost 0, could be. But again, that means that you just want to play them to the factory and the cathedral, because those are the only bottom play 2 card actions. And also it's a hard cap on a card that's already gonna be pretty restrictive, don't you think? I feel like I have to like take into account the apartment and the trenches, because you cannot play cards if they're covered. So that means that if we base the ability around playing cards, we're just gonna use it on the cathedral or the factory. So the trenches and the apartment have to be taken into consideration here. We cannot play cards here, and we can only gain power at the trenches. The apartment is okay, useless, I guess. The trenches may be free because we have a vanquish action, so whatever is at the trenches can be get rid of at the same turn that we are able to play a card. Pretty interesting. Okay, this song sucks. Let me change it real quick. Oh no, this. Yeah. Okay. So... I think it has to be like an ability on its own, like discard this turn something. Okay, let's use references. Cost to play an effect or curse is reduced by 1 power. We already discussed this. If we reduce the power of cards to 0, we only want to use it on 3 cards, which is useless. And every other one reduces it just by 1, which is useful, I guess, going from 1 to 0. But again, that plays detect for free, and we don't want to play it for free. Okay, next. Spinning wheel. If a hero is defeated at this location, gain power equal to the hero's strength -1. Could be useful. The problem is that we can defeat at the factory. And we're gonna need to defeat everyone at least once at the factory. It could be very, like, useful if it works like taxes. Yeah, it could be useful as a taxes. Oh, what's it called? The warrant? Was that the name? Yes, the warrant. So, if it works like warrant, it gives us defense, but that's kinda... That's way too much defense, because we're already removing a location that our opponent wants to play at. So having defense on 2 of them... Oh, but Prince John also has a location that's useless to play with. The jail. Right. You only have 3 locations to play your heroes with Prince John. And we also have the same, basically. So having it work like warrant might not be a bad idea. Although with the name resources, it doesn't invoke the anti-hero thingy. What to do here with this card? The problem is the realm, because you're supposed to, like, be able to play it on most locations. So I have to take into consideration trenches and the apartment. And those 2 locations cannot be more different in terms of goals. Could be if you vanquish a hero at this location. Sure. If you vanquish a hero... Oh wait. Hero at this location. You may discard resources, draw 2 cards, gain 2 power. I don't know if the Fabrication Machine needs more defense though. I think it's fine. I think it's very fine, especially since you can get rid of heroes by playing them at the factory. Okay, let's see other options. Let's put it as a maybe. Maybe? Hero defense, like warrant. Okay, let's look for more references. Bolonaro is useless. All costs are reduced by 1 power. Again, We cannot use this because detect, which is the way we want to get heroes, is gonna cost 0. And having detect at 0 power would be way too powerful, especially at the factory. We could discard something. And we don't want to like reduce the cost of either desecrate or fabricate, because they let you search cards, and the point of them are that they should cost more because you get them from anywhere. Okay, so this is a no-go. What else? Golden arrow attaches to an ally, useless. Actually, golden arrow could be good as a references for attached to an ally. When it's used to defeat a hero, gain 2 power. We do need to like defeat heroes constantly. Golden arrow might not be a bad reference. And it's also warrant-like in the way that you have to like play heroes at locations that you don't want to like. Okay, golden arrow could be useful. Let's put it as a maybe. Like warrant, like golden arrow. Okay, more references. Prince John is done. Maleficent. Oh, damn it. Okay, I think I didn't miss anything with Maleficent. Queen of Hearts and Ursula. Does Ursula have any items? I don't remember any Ursula items. Oh, damn it. Where is it? Alright, the win con. Okay, Crown. What does Crown do? Look at the top 4 cards of your Fate deck. Okay, Fate Control. We already have that with Detect. Crown is kinda useless. The Trident. Play him to this location, attach Trident. This is just win con. Yeah, this is just the objective of Ursula. No references here. Cauldron. Gain 2 power for each finding contract in your realm. Ooh! I like this. An activate item. Could be useful. Like, gain 1 power for each resources in your realm? Oh, but that, no. No, that would let you play Detect and... I mean, it doesn't let you use the Talisman and Detect at the same turn. It might be balanced. But I don't see any situations where you want to use it. Because you lose the Talisman activation. So what gives? It would be like a very stupid decision to do, actually. Okay, I cannot center this free for the life of me. I think that's it. Okay, let's leave it at that. I don't want to keep moving it. Okay. I like this though. I think it being an activate ability. Could be useful, could be useful. Like gain 1 power for each resources on the realm. But that would make it that would make the position useless. The Talisman's position is already useless. So having like 3 items that have a useless position in your realm is pretty underwhelming. Okay, let's leave it as a maybe. We can come back to it. Okay. Let's use to gain power. Maybe like hero defense, maybe like warrant, maybe like golden arrow. We can put maybe Ursula's Cauldron. Next. Wait. Were those all of the Ursula thing? Yeah, they are. I mean, she has the binding contracts, but again, just an Ursula thing. Attaching things to a hero? Nah. Okay, spear, useless. Stopwatch, gain 1 power for each wicket in your realm. This is similar to Cauldron. Maybe Stopwatch Cauldron. I guess. Next up, Facility Air. He has only the talisman, right? And the dust. Evil Queen has a lot of items. Hades has the potions. Yeah. Scar Ratigan needs what items does Ratigan have? I forgot. Okay, let's see Facility first. Okay, Mask Spirits. Just fortune pile stuff. Rock form attaches to a hero. Okay, we may need to have a attached to a hero thing. Like, if you defeat this hero, gain power. Maybe. If you absorb this hero, gain power. Could be useful. Actually, that could be useful also. Okay, I'm gonna remove the maybes because all of this is a maybe. Okay, hero attach. Gain power when defeat. That's a maybe. Okay, Kane. You may perform one available action at an additional location. This is way too powerful. Immediately, this is way too powerful for the machine. Illusion powder. Each time you defeat hero at this location, you may choose up to 2 cards from the fortune pile and put them into. Okay, again, the defeat a hero at this location sounds good, but you just want to play that at the factory because you defeat heroes at the factory. A lot of heroes at the factory, actually. And the talisman, which is just win con. Okay. Evil Queen. I think she has a lot of deck control with items. She only has the magic times? Oh no, here are the other ones. Okay, magic mirror. Each time effect as card action targets to draw a card. Fate defense, well, we talked about it with Warrant. The box, gain 1 power for each hero in your fate discard pile. We could gain power for each hero in the absorbed souls pile. I like that. But doesn't like really make sense with resources though. Thematically, I mean. It's like, I don't know. Throne. Take 1 power from display and add it to your poison. Wink on stuff. Okay. Not really useful. Hades. Hades nuts. Mortality potions, and that's it. Also the chariot, but we don't wanna like play with actions, I think. Writing in gears. When you play this item, you may discard gears from your realm to reduce the cost of that item by 1 power. Again, we just want to reduce the 3 cards in our deck. So reducing the power of cards in our realm is useless, especially since if we do it with, we need to like make it. I want to make the locations matter also. 4 Radigan moves on your next turn to defeat all heroes at this location. Discard Marvelous Trap. What? Anti-hero? Marvelous Trap is a wonderful card for the machine. Never realized that. Huh. This card is actually very useful if the machine had it. Pretty interesting. If we use resources to have a... Okay, I'm thinking more and more that it should, like, be similar to Warrant. Now that I think about it. Because hero defense is, like, something that we could use on the deck. Might be useful, though. Uniform, pretty useless. We don't need to attach things to allies. Airship. Move one ally or unattached item at this location to any location. We don't need to move stuff. We already have 2 move actions. Bell. Take a leech from your deck or this are you already have deck control. Robot Queen is Wincon. Fidget's list. Reveal card from the top of your deck control. Useless. Goes to play items, you reveal by 1 power. Again, useless. And okay, Radigan is just it just gives us more like references to Prince John, basically. What else? Okay, Scar doesn't have items, I don't think. It might just has the knife. Cruella, Mother Gothel, and Pete are the last ones, because I don't want to, like, check out everything. Huh. Okay, the only thing that I can do about this is just hero defense, it looks like. Because I want to, like... Okay, come on, Scar. Okay, does Scar have any items? Allies, conditions, effects. Scar has no items. Okay, that's useless. Okay. Isma. Isma has only the dagger, that's useless. Cruella. Okay. Cruella. Cruella has the flashlights, which are Wincon. Telephone. That's deck control. We don't need that. Roadster. Which is technically Wincon. Not anything that we can use resources with that, actually. Fireplace Poker, again, attaches to an ally. Flashlight, this is Wincon. Okay, whatever. Pete. Okay, Pete has the gain power stuff, I think. Yeah, gain power, play card, move action. Huh. This location gains 1 power. What? How good will this be, actually? Because I don't want it to, like, be able to play at the factory. And that's why the... what's this? The defense like warrant is very good because basically, if we make it like vanquish only, okay, vanquish hero defense. If we make it vanquish, there would be no reason to play it at the factory, unless you're playing 9 there for some reason. I don't know if the Fabrication Machine needs hero defense though. I don't think so. Okay, if we use it like defense, what locations do we want to defend? Cathedral, that's 1. Apartment, 2, and trenches 3. I think it's a toss-up between the trenches and the apartment, because the move action after vanquish over 4 vanquish is very useful in trenches actually. It's way better than it seems. The apartment... it's also good because they are gonna wanna like cover your page locations, I believe. Factory is useless, no one's gonna play here, it's too risky. Unless like you have 0 power, but you're opening yourself up for produce that way. God damn, produce, it's too powerful. It's too good. Okay, so that will leave trenches, the cathedral, and the apartment. Out of 3. If you play resources after they play the heroes, you guarantee that they'll be... you will gain power, basically. Because they are gonna be stacked on 1 location, I believe. No, they're gonna be like spread around, except maybe with 8, and maybe 1. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if we need, like, to deter. There's been played at some stuff. Did we just Warrant? The Warrant is also already a pretty bad card, as I've seen. Also, we wouldn't guarantee, like... we wouldn't guarantee cards being played, which is... I think we wouldn't guarantee the power gain, which is good, I think. Is it good? I think it is good. Is it? I don't know. But you can get rid of Warrant. You cannot get rid of the items. I could buff 7 so that you could discard an ally or item. Doesn't sound too bad actually. Being able to discard resources with 7 would give her more of an active role if you get her early. Could be. Could be. It actually could be. Okay. More ideas, more ideas. Pit, no use here. Okay, Mother Gothel had the hairbrush, which is useless, the knife, which is useless, the crown. Defeated at his location, gain 2 power, gain 1 trust. Could we put them in the absorption pile immediately? No, makes no sense. You gotta use the talisman to absorb them. Huh. Okay. I don't wanna like look from DP onwards. Because I know these are like way too win-concentric. What does King Candy have? Does King Candy even have items? I don't remember. Come on. Okay, let me just... Fates 4 items. Okay, the glitches and the metal, right. Pretty weird. Pretty weird. Okay, I'm leaning actually towards the cauldron, if you can believe it, because you won't likely need to activate them only when the... Alright, you can activate them from... Oh, you can activate the talisman, right? Huh. You can activate the resources. Huh. Yeah, it's not that bad, because if you have the factory covered, you ain't gonna gain power at it. But so we would replace the activate actions with gain power, and having like gain power, play card, move card seems pretty balanced actually. I wonder how much power would be balanced for it though. I would have to take away one of these though, which I don't want to do because it would be too much power otherwise. Could be gain 1 power for each resources in your realm. They could cost 0 because of that. Doesn't sound too bad, but the location would be irrelevant. Yeah, the location would be irrelevant. Huh. Unless I make 7 discard an item, the location would be irrelevant. You know what? Screw it, let's make it some hero defense. I don't see why not. Because otherwise you're gonna like control where the heroes get played. They'll just be played wherever your opponent wants to. There would be way less incentives to play heroes though. It would be kinda narcoleptic. I don't want that. I don't want that. I could give it like, if there are no heroes at this location, gain certain amount of power. That would make the factory better, question mark? You'd have very little incentives to play at the factory. But if you do, you'd gain an insane amount of power. Could be like, there are no heroes at this location who gain power for each hero in your realm. Could be like a comeback mechanic. Heroes get played a lot in other locations. Sounds good actually. Doesn't sound too bad. It would make produce less relevant. Not useless of course, but way better. Hmm. Could be. Could be. Okay, what else do I have in the deck though? We have deck control. We have get rid of a hero easily. We have 5 heroes. Deck control, gain power. Oh, encounter is kinda useless now. Huh. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna have to change encounter also. Damn. Wow. Okay, condition. Encounter. Maybe buff or something? No, maybe rework. Maybe rework because realms new play actions. Could be, actually. Okay, where was I? Okay, let's keep going, I guess. King Candy, one already sees, just wink on. Sure can. I think the Oogie just has the bathtub, right? All those slots I'll have. Madame Mim has no items, I believe? Sure, let's check Syndrome. I think Syndrome only has the control and the Wincon, Omnitron, whatever. And what was the name? Something Heroes? Betrayal, maybe? I don't remember. The card that puts the Omnibot in play. Omnidroid. Right, you can improve Ska. Okay, when it's played, touch it to Ka. When Ka is moved, you may move a hero. You may move a hero. Do we need that? No, it would be too powerful, I believe. You may perform one action covered by a hero. Not a fire token. No. Immediately no, because it would allow you to like gain power at the factory. We cannot have a reveal covered actions also, apparently. Okay. Does it has only 2 items, really? Doesn't it have 3? I could swear Ka had 3 items. Missions, 2 items. Yeah, it's just 2 items. Huh. Okay. Oogie Boogie. Okay, Oogie Boogie was my inspiration to make the 3 power at the leftmost location. I believe it couldn't be done, and Oogie Boogie was the exception. It was pretty wild to know that you can do this. Okay, what do we have here? It's just the bathtub? It's just the bathtub. Okay. That was useless. Okay, what does Lotso have? This hat, which is stupidly useless. One of the worst cards in the game. And that's it? Really? Just the hat? Okay. Okay, Madame Mim. Madame Mim. Wait. Does Mim not have the... Oh, here they are. Conditions, effects, and transformation. No items. Okay. Lastly, Syndrome. 6 items. The major modifications, 0-point energy, and the remote. Modifications. Where's the 0-point? Come on. Load already. Switch to a hero. Gets minus strength, -2 strength, and cannot be moved. Is this useless? Is this useless for Syndrome? It's a lot of power. Is it good at all? I don't play Syndrome. This card doesn't seem good at all, what? Okay, someone that plays Syndrome, please tell me. I have no idea, actually. This feels useless. I know it's 2 strength. Which is like... 2 strength, 3 cost and 2... No, it's actually backwards. It's 2 cost and 3 strength. This is useless, goddamn. Okay. And then there's the remote, which is just win con. Major modifications. I'm intrigued. What did the Omnidroids do? Okay, not this. Remove 1 major modification from your realm to play this card to end location. We could have more deck control, but I don't think so. Would be pretty useless. Remove 3 major modifications. Yeah. So I think hero defense it is then. I don't see why not. Hey, I think I'm gonna go for Vanquish actions, that way it doesn't get played at the factory. So that means 1, I gotta buff 7, and 2... It's gonna be better than Warrant, I believe. Yeah. Okay, let's change that. Okay, we go. Resources. If you vanquish a hero at this location, you may discard resources, then to our 2 and gain 2 power. And we're not gonna draw cards. If you vanquish a hero at this location, gain 2 power. Pretty good, I feel. Although it could be 1 power. I'm gonna have to like ask for balance on Warrant, because I've heard that Warrant is pretty underwhelming. Let's see here. But Warrant is stronger because it's on play. Damn it. Okay, let me just... gain 2 power. Yes. Each time a hero is played to this location. It costs 1. When? It has to be when also. When you vanquish a hero at this location, gain 2 power. Could be very powerful. Could be. Because it can trigger more than once. But you do have to get rid of it. And you're gonna use Seamstress effect. I think I like it. Let's try it out. Okay? Let's see if it works. It just works, I hope. Okay. You can win more power with Warrant because it's reactive rather than... It can be reactive. Like if you get a bunch of heroes stacked at a single location, you play resources after you play the... I don't know. I don't know. Sure, let's go for it. What could possibly go wrong? I remember playing a lot of Popsy when I was young. I don't know why. I've always wanted to like get to the second level on that game. I was very young. I remember that it was like pretty fun, the first level. I just thought it was hard. I didn't think it was crap like most people think. I didn't find Bubsy annoying, mostly because I couldn't understand him. I didn't remember a lot of the dialogue also. I really like the Bubsy 2 for some reason. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked with Bubsy. I can't believe that. Okay. Sure. Let's try that, I guess. Some hero defense, because why not? Yeah, and also if you get resources late into the game, it's gonna be useless. Sure. Let's try it. Although I'm getting very scared of narcolepsy here. Do I really wanna play resources like this? Could make it an anti-hero stays here though. See, here's the thing, I wanted to make it a gain power action. And that's the problem, because if I don't, produce becomes the only way to gain power in your deck, which is useless. I mean, it's not useless, it's way too power imbalanced. Imbalanced? It puts too much of the focus on the deck into produce, and I don't want that. Maybe if we... I don't know. Okay, let me check the stream real quick. It's been 2 hours and I haven't seen it at all. I don't know if it's even working. Okay, we're live. Thankfully. Okay, let's see here. We play a hero, this okay. We have gain 1 power, play a card. Gain 2 power, vanquish. Discard fate. And it cannot be related to anything at the factory. What can happen at the factory is heroes get played there, heroes get defeated there, and that's about it. And you play detect. What if we make it, if there's a hero at this location, you get to play a card? No, but it has to be gain power, god damn it. What if you just say, if you vanquish, you discard resources? Doesn't sound too bad. May discard resources and gain 2 power. What do you guys think? It has to be a gain power action. Wouldn't that be too nerfed? It would be like a forced fabricate. It would be a way worse fabricate. Gain 2 power when you vanquish here at this location. You know what? Let's try it out. If it works, it works. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? So it could be like Golden Arrow, but no. Here is actually Power Defeat. Fate cards, under power effects. Okay, the effects are gonna be another thing entirely. Okay, if you see here, I had another effect that doesn't let you gain power, but I'm gonna get into why that doesn't work later. Okay. We have to find a way. Okay, I think we can keep the same encounter as the same, because having to play an extra card is still useful. Not that much, I know, but we could make it 3 or more actions to compensate instead of 4 or more. It's gonna get triggers always, but who knows? Who knows? Now that resources doesn't work, encounter also doesn't work. I'm gonna think about this later. Let's see here. Fate cards. Let's change 3 and 4 immediately. Also swaps 2 and 6. So 2 and 6. Where are they? Where are they? There's 2. Where's 6? There it is. Okay, 6 and 2. As I said, like 2 hours ago, 2 and 6 should have these abilities swapped. Or 6 should have like 1 strength less at least. But I feel like 1 strength for this is way too little. And 3 strength for the other might be too much. If these were 2 strength, it would be perfect. Feel. If 6 would be 2 strength, it would be perfect. Maybe we could make it like when 6 is played, you may reveal your hand or something. Make it just a when played action. Maybe, but I want to have a consistent. I don't know. Maybe when 6 is defeated, play another hero. Could be that way. This is tough, man. Okay, 2 is perfect. Only that you should have 2 strength. Having 2 strength feels a bit overpowered though. Unthematic. Non-thematic? I don't know. I could leave them as is. But I want 6 to have 2 strength, man. I could give the 6 strength to either 3 or 4. Also give 1... 3 or 4 should be a pair. Hair? Hair? I don't know. I could maybe make them like a synergy with the effects. It would make no sense though. What? Ability could be good for 6 at 3 strength. Like, whenever 6 is played, the Fabrication Machine plays with half its hand revealed. 6 has synergy with fire. That's good. Let's change the music again. Goddamn Coconut Mall. Okay, let's... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I don't know. I don't know with 6. Maybe you cannot move allies or something. Oh, that's 2's job. They could buff 2 to having 2 strength. Although it doesn't make sense from the movie. It's tough, man. It's tough. Especially 2 is kinda useless because you have a spider at its location and it dies. That means that if you wanna move something other than that spider at its location, you're gonna move to the trenches, which has a vanquish and a move. So you just vanquish move and immediately move the other thing where you want. So 1 is useless. At that strength is pretty useless. I'm gonna have to think 1 through. I'm gonna have to think through this better. One is a scout, supposedly. Maybe 1 could have 6 ability. That seems okay. But what does that make 6? I'm gonna change them immediately. Okay. Where is it? 1. One is playing education. Okay. Okay, let's... Where is 6? Okay, 6. It makes kinda sense, but... I'm gonna have to go with gameplay over this. Then 7... I mean 6 should be... Okay, give me a second, guys. Back. Okay, let's see. 6 could be... He's paranoid, he knows about stuff. I mean, it's just way too good. It's way too good, man. It should change strength then, but that would make 5 the only 3 strength hero. Also 7, but... I mean, a lot of 2 strength heroes does not sit right with me. The strength are perfect though. Strength are perfect. Six though, 6. Six could have something to do with that talisman, maybe. Six could reduce the text stuff. Ooh, 2 could like reduce the detectability of, you know, detect. Like you can reveal up to 1 effect, not 1 hero. That could be good. Something that screw ups detect. 6 could be like detect us 1 more. Maybe. Every effect costs 1 more, maybe. What else? I may leave these guys as is, actually. No. They can be better. I know it. I know so. I think I'm just gonna jump straight into the playtest. Because I wanna try the new realm. Also, new resources would be good. So let's jump right into a game. Whatever. Oh, not this. Here. Okay, let's customs. Let's go against Moloch. That's a pretty good testing villain, I feel. Alright. Hot seat. Okay, come on. I have to really choose a color first. Damn it. Okay. Customs, Villainous. Could go against Jafar. Nah, let's try Moloch. Okay, delete this. Try this. Okay, clone this. Bam. On this. Why is it always locked? I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna leave the other stuff, like, should I put it on a notepad? What did we change? Just resources? I think we just changed resources. And we might have to change encounter too. Because we already have a pretty huge play card sections now. What can we do instead of drawing cards? Winning power is not what we want to do with conditions. We already have a card that allows us to have what is it? Deck control with the other with persist. We could accelerate our game plan, like draw a detect and play it or something. But no, that'd be way too powerful, I feel. And if we played for like less power, it would be like the same as gaining power, which is not what we want. We have enough discard actions, enough move actions. We could need a vanquish action, but not really. I could use the condition to like reveal a covered like action. Although that would give us the factory stuff. God damn it. Okay, what do we need? I feel like our deck is pretty complete. We could like already have draw from the discard. We could draw from the deck, although that doesn't feel good at all. We have move, we have discard. We could have something to do with locations. We could like, I don't know, perform an action twice. We would win too much power if we go to the factory that way though. We may have to do something with the talisman. And we pay up to 4 power or something. Could have some anti-fates. Although we already have with persist, because it's on a fate action. Could like move a hero or something. That'd be way too powerful though. It would be like defeat a hero basically. Where is an adjacent location? Doesn't sound too good. Well, an ally to a location? Nah. Too dependent on too little allies. I guess we could perform a play a card action or another one. There's no action that we need though. Other than this card, maybe? Not really. Yes, performing cards, actions blocked by heroes is the only good option, though. I guess so. But it had to be like outside the factory. It has to be outside the factory. So it can't be that. I don't want to overcomplicate the condition. I don't know. I don't know. It can't be something with locations then. Let's see our deck. Could be something to do with allies. Like draw an ally or something. We don't have a draw allies card. We have fabricate though. Oh, but we do have persists, which lets us draw any card from the discard. I don't know. We could do something with the Absorb Soul Spile, maybe? Again, I don't know. Maybe we reduce the... Ah, reducing the talisman doesn't work, I already tried it. Maybe something with set this card aside or something. The next time you play a hero... do something, I guess. That could be the defense card. Because you're just gonna wanna play encounter if you move to the trenches, if we do it that way, like how it is. I don't know. Okay, give me 1 second. That's being annoying. Okay. I guess we could. We already don't need to like have actions. Ooh, encounter needs to change. Like draw cards, I guess. Maybe. It's not that bad actually, drawing cards. It's worse than persist though, I feel. We could just give that detect to your hand. Doesn't sound too bad. It's worse than persist though, again. It could give you like any effect from your deck. It doesn't sound too bad. Because it is deck control. But it's a condition, so it doesn't hurt. Could be. Could be. And we could make it so another player plays a hero. Although that would make it kinda narcoleptic now. Maybe. Could we maybe perform a play a card action or a vanquish action? Nah. Could we perform an activate action? That'd be way too broken. That would be way too broken. How about... running effect doesn't seem too bad, actually. Huh. Okay, let me check. I have a folder with image references for this. Oh, I already deleted them? Really? Okay, doesn't matter. We could make you pay power to do something, but now it's already a condition. Doesn't make sense. I'm gonna... find another player. I perform a play a card action. May perform a play card action. Okay. We're gonna use hero defense, and we're gonna use nothing really. Assume I prefer persist. This is tough, man. A lot of thinking. Let's see our tag again. Where is it? No, this. We have few allies, a bunch of effects, like 2 items, and the talisman. We affect the talisman, it would be way too broken, I feel. Yeah. Maybe moving the talisman or something. That's also useless. Come on, be a card action. I don't know. Okay, let's change 7. I almost forgot that. You may discard an ally or item. Okay. This might be too long though. Actually. I don't know. Encounter. What can we do with encountering? I guess we could like perform a vanquish action, that makes sense. It's way too unreliable, man. During your next turn you may perform a play a card action. We don't need that anymore. We don't need to like. We don't need anti-feed. So I guess it's just plain draw an effect. That seems like the only way to go actually. Draw an effect or ally. Nah. Draw any card, maybe. That seems kinda busted. Not gonna lie. Although for 4 actions might not be that bad. Like draw any card. Choose any card and draw it. Doesn't seem too bad actually. More the control. Draw an ally or effect. Ally or item, maybe? Drawing an ally or item doesn't seem that bad, actually. I like that. Let's go for it. Because we usually want effects, so... Okay. Choose a card? Draw a card? We choose. Wait. During your next turn, let's delete this. Choose a card in your deck, an ally or an ally. Do we also go for items? I feel like it's gonna be underpowered if we go just for effects. Was that for allies? Nah. You choose an ally in your deck and put it into your hand. Very good. But if you don't have heroes, having a resource is good, be good. You have already all your allies. Huh. Sure. Or item. And also let's change explosive barrel so it also discards items. Discard an ally or item. Yeah, that seems good. That way your resources doesn't, it's not like play there forever. Do we go for 4 more actions though? Might be too underpowered with that. And whatever, let's just make it stay that way. And okay. 3 and 4 again. Yeah, 1 it's fine now. No, wait, what? Why did I change 1? I wanted to change 2. God damn it. Okay, let me see. What was 1? It's... where is it? There it is. Let's also swap 2 and 6. When 1 is played, you may move a hero at this location to any location. Okay. When 1 is played, you may move a hero. Come on. Hero at this location to any location. Let's see the spaces. You this. You this. Okay. And 2 is gonna be the Fabrication Machine. What was it? Must play with its hand revealed. Okay, it's kinda underpowered. Not that thematic for 2. Huh. Whatever. 2 with that ability is fine. And 3. What do we do with 3 though? With 6, I mean. Damn it! I keep confusing the strength and the number. The strength and the name. Six. Could be like discard cards or something. Discard the top card of your deck. Could be. Doesn't sound too bad. Although 6 is gonna stay in the realm for a long time, so... who knows, who knows. Maybe if 6 is revealed... no, it has to be like a permanent ability. 6 is paranoid, so... it cannot be like another snowball effect also. All is more than one beast cannot be moved from this location. Giving 6 that ability is stupid. If I give that ability to 5 though... huh, I could do that actually. Swap 5s and 6 and 1's ability. Because 6 is paranoid, so no allies. Ah, it kinda doesn't make sense though. Well, I could swap 1's and 2's ability. That makes more sense, actually. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because 2's is allies moved from. 5. Allies cannot be. Oh my god. It's 6. It's just 6 and 2. Okay. Let's see what's with my allies. I can activate them, I can move them, and I can vanquish, basically. I can make 6 a Robin Hood, like gain less power. That could be good. One of these guys being a gain less power is kind of tough. 6 being that though might be too powerful though. Yeah, Fabrication Machine is already tight on the power gain here. Could be... can only play 1 card, I don't know. Can't use items, maybe? Cannot be moved from this location to... god damn it, too. Two is also a protector. So... oh, but he has a cane though. Kinda old. Doesn't make sense that these guys have ages, but... he is old. So what do I do with 3 and 4? Is their abilities fine? Again, they're snowbally. Hey, that's almost perfect actually. Okay. 6 is paramount, so maybe reveal more cards, I guess? Reveal more fate cards? That seems good. Hey, that seems good actually. Okay, I have to look up the reveal additional cards. I feel like I had a villain that did that. Where is it? Which one was it? Additional must be revealed. I'm gonna try and write it like this. Okay. When the fabrication machine is the target of a fate action, an additional fate card must be revealed in it. That seems fine. This is not fine though. I have to change 2's ability. What can 2 do? Could he be just do nothing? Or discard cards? I don't know. Fabrication Machine cannot play effects or something. Fabrication Machine cannot detect more heroes. Actually, that sounds kinda good. Fabrication Machine cannot play detect. Huh. Fabrication machine cannot detect. Actually, I like that. I like that. Okay. The fabrication machine cannot play detect. Detect cannot be played. I could also say cannot reveal cards from the fate deck. Cannot reveal cards from the fate deck. It's way more understandable for the opponents, I guess. So what the hell is this song? Let's change. No, I don't want chiptune. This is fine, I guess. Okay. Sure. If there are you're gonna play here when I forget your machines. Okay, do we change 3 and 4? Let's keep them that way for now. What else haven't we changed? The items will work, the effect. Produce is gonna have to stay that way. I'm sorry. There's just... It's just gonna have to revolve around that, I guess. Fabricating and producing is gonna be the name of the game here. Okay. I don't think I have to change Winged Beast. It's fine. It's pretty much fine. Yep. I'm gonna keep it that way. And... detect, fabricate, produce, salvage, resources, persist, encounter. I think we're done here, actually. Sure, let's try it. I'm not gonna change the cards, I'm gonna keep them that way for now. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so the machine's going second. Damn, it's been 3 hours already. Okay, just one playtest. One quick playtest. Molux's hand kinda sucks. Just kinda. Okay, Sulak, always. Last laugh. In 1. In 2. In Smith. Mudokon. Out. We get rid of in Smith and last laugh. That's it. Okay. Fabrication Machine. We have another play card action at the Cathedral. Remember that, guys. This is the new realm. Gonna keep this as a reference. You can check it out. We only changed the Cathedral and the factory. So we could play Persist next turn, because it's obviously gonna move to the boardroom. We don't need Salvage. Do we need Seeker? We do. We don't need Persist. To the apartment there is. In 1. Pay 1 for a Seeker. To the Cathedral, actually. Cathedral is way more important now. And we get Detect. And do we salvage? No, we need to discard salvage and persist. And that's it. Yeah, fate. Here comes Abe. No Abe. Wow. That's a new. That's new. Okay. That's it. Decent cards. Well, cards actually. Salvage is way too useless now. I guess we limited resources for something better. We want to get rid of scrap though. We can go to free fire. Doesn't seem too bad. Instead of limited resources, we could lever or boom machine. We don't have item defense though. Is there a another discards item, or it's just out of order? Yeah, no card discards item. I didn't know that. Okay, let's go to Free Fire and play Boom Machine then. It's gonna be a secret tool that's gonna help us later. Where is clone? There is. And Fate. Damn it. Okay, we discard Seeker, I guess. Then we... Alright, the other guy's turn. We're gonna immediately start detecting. 1, 2, 3. And pay 1 for detect. That's 7. Perfect. Detect again. 5. And we absorb. We have another play a card action that we cannot use. And we have a move action. Remember, this is the realm now. So we just waste 2 actions. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Smoluk will go to the Zulag again. Get 3 power. Pay 2 for the mine and defeat the Scrab. We could, like, save the mine for Abe, but nah. Play the lever. We're gonna need it. That's it. Oh, this hand sucks. It's not too bad with the resources. We could get a Slig, but pretty bad. Okay, resources. What did resources do now? Akusha hero dislocation gain 2 power. Okay, defense. We could salvage, we don't need to, we could fabricate. Doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, let's go to the cathedral. In 1, they want to fabricate. And fabricate produce. Gain 2 power. We may discard, salvage. And then we pay 1 for our resources. That's 2 actions. With Fate. Elum on the Zulag. We're gonna need it there. Here comes save. Okay. That's it. Yeah, we have detect. Nice. Ape returns Modacon. We need to find Sleeks. For the mine. Boardroom. So we limited resources here. That's a Slig. We need that. And not gonna run resources again because we can pay 1 for the Slig immediately. Though we won't have enough to vanquish Abe. But we can vanquish Elum. Let's just last laugh. And we can pray for some defense there. 6 and what does 6 do now? Reveals an extra fate action. Okay. 6 is gonna go to... Actually, I just realized 6 ability is gonna be a pain if he's the last hero alive. This cannot be 6 ability, especially since if he becomes the last in the fate deck. We put a restriction on it? Could just put a restriction on it, like 5. I don't know. Don't know. No reveal in it. This cannot be 6 unless there's a. Okay, let's just put a. Okay, if there are 6 or less heroes in the absorbed cone with absorbed souls pile. When the fabrication machine is the target of a fate action, an additional fate card must be revealed in it. Okay, that seems fair for 3 strength. Yeah. Okay, so we play 6 to the apartment. And then it's our turn. That's what we needed. A slug. Okay. The fabrication machine wants to capture heroes, so to the factory it goes. Detect. That's 2, and detect. That's 1. What does 2 do again? Oh, okay. Cannot reveal anymore. I see. Okay. And I guess we can desecrate. Okay, first we capture 2. That's a no-brainer. We could desecrate for another detect. We have another play card action to do that, actually. Oh, but we're gonna need 2 power for that. Okay. Could Seamstress. Yeah, and we have a move action here, so resources go here. Yep. Pretty good. Okay. Paper returns 1. Stockyards into power. They 1-2 for Sleek and Slug. We kill Abe. That's nice. And that's all of our actions, actually. Pretty fast turn. Okay. We can kill 6 now. But we were gonna leave ourselves open for nothing at the factory. Sure. Trenches to power, pay 1 for a spider. We killed 6. And we move resources. Oh, we get 2 power for resources, and we move resources to the cathedral. We cannot play anything else. So that's our turn, I guess. We have produce. Okay. We need to vanquish again. We cannot do that though. I guess we can play the voice module now. Let's do that. Let's first resources. That's another slig. And another lever. Do we need another lever? Sure. Or we will use another slig to vanquish Elon. Ooh. Yeah, let's use the slig. Okay. And we should have 3 power, right? Okay. The 3 power for the voice module. And oh, we could save actually the slug and this league. Right. We're just gonna save this league. Right. So we don't need this league. I'm gonna get the lever. Where is it? There it is. Should be another one? Yes. Okay. And we fate. We can get rid of 3 resources. Play 8, which is way better, actually. Okay. And we don't have detect, but we do have desecrate to detect. when we can only play Desecrate. And if we Desecrate, we get 1 hero. What does 6 do again? Okay, another one should be revealed actually. Let's see what it was. If it was 9, I'm gonna play 9. No, it was 3. And 3 gets discarded. Okay. And to the factory we go. So we can pay... Oh, we have 3 power. I see, I see. So I guess we go for the Vanquish on 8. We could produce resources again. Okay, 1, pay 1 for resources. And 1 for a spider, which lets us pay for another spider. Where is it? There it is. Fate. Pretty cool, is useless now. Big face. That's it, I think. Yeah. Okay. We could move to the stockyards, but we gain no power, so we cannot do anything there. Guess we move to the Zulag. We don't have anything to activate, but it's 3 power. Next turn we might not. I don't know. What's the best play here? I guess we free fire. We just play this league. We don't need to defeat Big Face now. We might need to do so soon though. We can permanent vacation on the Big Face. Oh, we cannot defeat it with effects, right? Sure, let's just free fire and play this league. Let's move Amuragon here. Actually, from here. And Fate. 1. We could protect 1 actually. Nah. Let's keep blocking. Hey, we have the Winged Beast. We cannot play because the trenches are blocked. Okay. If we produce at the factory, we get a ton of power. Wow, a ton of power actually. We could detect, we don't get to like... I don't know. I guess we go to the factory because we need to kill 8 eventually. Let's kill 6, get 3 power, pay 3 for the Winged Beast, and produce. We can produce. Do we need Desecrate? Kinda. We don't need Detect yet. Sure, let's discard Detect. And we can move resources, I guess. Sure. Kinda ass. Okay. We need to vanquish. We can limited resources for that. Let's go to the board room. Oh, but we don't have 1 power. We could get another Sleeg or a Slug. Tough to say. Sure, let's gamble for it. 4, 5. Yes, okay. That's perfect. We gain 1 power, pay 1 for this league. And Fate. That was a nice gambling there. And we play 4, obviously. So we can get 3 here. Going poorly for the machine. Well, we're still halfway there though. This hand sucks. It absolutely sucks. Okay. We have Persist though. We can get a Produce. Actually, we can get a Produce. Do we get a Produce? We can get a Detect. Kinda useless though. We could get Seamstress. Seamstress good. Seamstress is pretty good here, actually. Let's get Seamstress. Oh, but produce, man. It's way too good. Do we get Seamstress? We're gonna start needing a bunch of allies here. And we have the Wing Beast. Like, we kinda don't need the Seamstress, actually. Because we have the Wing Beast. Sure. It's a backup. Let's get the Wing Beast. And that was 4 actions, right? Yeah. What's the thingy here now? 4 member actions. Choose an ally or item in your deck, put it in your hand. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. And we get the Spider Bots or the Cat Beast? Cat Beast. Way too good. So, we can go to the Cathedral and play something at one's location immediately. We could play a Seeker there. Doesn't sound too bad. We still have 9. 9 is the last card, really? God damn it. Yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of allies here for 9. We'll go to the Cathedral and prepare an attack on 1 first. Oh, but it's gonna play 9. Actually, I'm not gonna play it next turn, I think. Yeah. Let's just prepare here. Do we get the detect? Yeah, we do. Actually, no. This is useless now. Okay. That's it, actually. Another encounter. Okay, this is... name is thing. We just... save 1 Slig into power. E2 for another lever. And then our turn. Wow, their hand is bad. Like, real bad. Into power. Kill Seeker. Kill 1 to gain another 2 power. I'm gaining way too much power with resources now that I think about it. This is gonna be an issue. Okay. We pay... what? Do we move anything? No. We could play Seamstress now. Okay, let's just play Cat Beast. Actually, Seamstress is better, and we can sacrifice Cat Beast later. It's a surprise tool for later, and we can move resources. Yeah, resources is gonna be an issue here. I'm gonna have to change resources. Cannot be this. Okay. Maybe when you move to this location, gain 1 power or something. Oh, again, it's gonna be... ah, god damn it. Resources is it's an issue, man. Okay. I guess we finish our turn. Nothing else to do here. And this guy can vanquish, but he's not gonna. I guess free fire is the best choice here. Sure. Resources, gain 1 power first. Do we go for this league? We need to start activating stuff. I guess the bounce, so then. Pretty odd play there. Okay, we fate and here comes 9. Yep. We blocked everything. I forgot that if you want... god damn it. I have to kill a 9 then. Oh, but we have a move! Okay, so 9 instantly dies wherever he goes. Except at the factory. That's pretty interesting. Wow. Okay. Then... I guess we just finish our turn here. So the factory, move the Seamstress, pay 1 to kill 9. And we can play a card now. I guess we can desecrate for something. Or start stacking the spiders at this guy's location. Sure, let's start stacking some spiders. Pay 1 for another spider. And that's it. Oh, were those 4 actions? No, I didn't move. Okay. We can play to the stockyards. No, to the ballroom. With the stockyards I lose 2 actions, so we bounce stockyards, I guess. In Fate, we can only play 1 here. Okay, we discard obviously the Big Beast. That's a no-brainer. Then our turn. That's 14 cards. Okay, those were 3 actions, god damn it. We can detect nothing. Okay. I guess we play Cat Beast and kill 8. Yes. Malachi Life music? Yeah. We have a Nintendo playlist here. They're pretty chill music to like bop their bops. Okay. I think we're done for today actually. I already know what I need to change, which is just resources. Let's just end the game. No, I mean, let's finish the game. After this, it's gonna be fine. I've been streaming for like 3.5 hours, goddamn. Not used to this much streaming time. Okay, did we play? Yeah, we played Cat Beast. And we can move. Yes, we move Seamstress. Yep. Okay, so Moloch wants to just empower and vanquish. Okay, so Sulag in 3, pay 1, get rid of a worker, draw 1, discard 2. That's it. Okay, finally Moloch can play well. Do we have another activate? We have 3. Pay 1 again, another worker. Perfect. Do we get rid of a lever though? Sure, we can play it next turn anyway. Pay 1 worker and get rid of these 2. That's 3. Moloch is 8 cards away. Okay, that's 4 actions? No. Yeah, that was 4 actions, so we can play encounter. It now does choose an ally. Okay, we have no allies. Okay, I guess we go for a factory and capture 8 immediately. Because we only have trash in our hand. We could desecrate something. We could start vanquishing the twins here. We need some fates on Moloch here, so I guess we go to the apartment. Discard the texts. In 1 power. What can we play here? Oh, we can actually... Oh no, I don't have it. It's in the deck. Okay, let's just produce, because we're gonna need that. Gain 2 power. And... Fate, I guess. Chant. Yeah, let's call Abe. Abe is here. Let's play him at the free fire. No fate for you. Okay. Yes, we have chase. We can kill these guys immediately. Okay. Then Moloch. Can Moloch win this turn? I think it can. No, it cannot. Okay. Ape returns 1. We go to the stockyards and gain 2. Pay 1 for a slig, pay 1 for a slug, and kill Ape. We save the slig. Do we save that slig? It's kinda useless. No, we discard the slig. Who cares? Okay, and that's 4 actions, so we can encounter here. We go obviously for the Winged Beast. Then we trenches, gain 2 power, pay nothing. We get rid of 3 with the spider bots. What am I doing? Come on. Okay, there we go. Get rid of 3. We don't move anything here and pay 3. Chase. Kill 3. Nice. And now we just gotta move to the factory a lot of times before Molo can win. Can win. We can get rid of Elm here. But we need to play Conveyor Belt first. Can we? We cannot. Okay, Sulak then. In 3 power. We move our Mudagon here so we can keep bone sawing. 1 to activate the bone saw here. We know that we don't need another bone saw. 1 bone saw. Let's get rid of floating mine. I think Moloch wins here. And yes. No, 1 card away, damn. That sucks. Okay. And so Moloch wins next turn. Yeah, because she could already... Yeah, she could already appear and Ape cannot do anything here. I think. Let's try it. Actually it wins immediately, wow. Okay, let's go for Ape here. Let's see if it changes anything or whatever. Has to be to the boardroom. Okay. And that's... Is my turn? No, I can win power. 3 for the... No, what am I doing? I don't need that. I could desecrate for another chase. For another spider bot. I could play spider bots actually. Yeah, let's desecrate some spider bots. Here and... we play another one? Sure. Another spider bot. To the trenches. We can discard. Let's discard Persist. We don't need anything from the discard pile now. Fate. Abe again. Wait, what? I already fated. What am I doing? Okay. So Abe returns our worker. Moloch can just win by playing 2 cards. Yeah, that's stupid. Plays 2 cards and he wins. Okay. Fabrication Machine is still difficult. Still tough. Still way too tough. Okay. That was interesting. Kinda tough. Okay, so... what do we have to change? Resources, too powerful. 3 and 4 can stay the same, it's fine. I guess resources can help you... I don't know. We did use everything that resources gave us. Maybe we don't mind resources being that way. Sure, let's keep trying resources that way. I deleted it where I had commented. Where? That's when you vanquish. No, wait, what? When a hero is vanquished at this location, gain 2 power. It's fine. It's fine, guys. You can get like up to 4 power though. Kinda nuts. No, like 5. Yeah. Kinda nuts. Pretty nuts. But you do have ways to counter it with the barrel, the explosive barrel. Whatever. Okay, guys, it was a pretty productive stream actually. So yeah, tomorrow we will be streaming Dark Souls. I promise that. No more of this for today. Oh, actually, I might not be able to stream tomorrow because I have some what do you call them? Responsibilities? Kinda? Okay, I don't know if I could stream tomorrow, that's it. But if we do, we're gonna be playing some Dark Souls. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. You can follow me here on Twitch or follow my bots on YouTube. And that's it. See you, Elfeld. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.